Mr. Moody, for what purpose?
Will the gentleman yield for some questions?
The gentleman yield for some questions.
Yes, I will yield for
The
questions.
gentleman yields.
I appreciate Mr. Capriglione's layout of his amendment. I want to talk a little bit about the bill. So what it's doing is you've got gold. It's stored in the depository.
Yes, sir. This is to study the feasibility of the gold in the Texas Bullion Depository.
Okay, and the ability to be able to withdraw it via
a debit card, and you can withdraw it at any bank that MasterCard or whatever would work.
Okay, and I'm curious about the kind of research that you did in getting ready for this. I know the bill itself requires a study, but there's a long history about people withdrawing gold, and I'm wondering, was there anyone of Irish descent, maybe on your staff, that looked at the provisions of this bill?
Yeah, my staff have looked at that, and we also have other people who are involved in the PayPal industry that also are looking at this study.
That's good. I recently was able to watch a series of documentary films about gold, and I want to see if that was part of your research and something that you reviewed. Did you see the film Leprechaun?
I saw parts of it. As a matter of fact, we had one of those leprechauns working for us.
Okay.
His name was Chester. And so Chester was walking down the street, and he was upset at the city of San Antonio because the sidewalks were too tall. And so he was suing them because his butt was dragging on the sidewalks. And so he got that straightened out.
Well, I appreciate that, and I think that's very inclusive of you. Did you happen to see the documentary film Leprechaun 2?
No, I missed Leprechaun 2. I bet it was pretty interesting, especially since they were going after all the gold. And that's the gold that we were supposed to put in the Texas Bullion Depository, and that way we can have people make withdrawals from it.
How about Leprechaun 3?
No, I missed 3 through 8.
Okay. Now, there took a turn in the next film, but it was Leprechaun 4 in space. Was that something that you were able to...
No, but if you think about the Leprechaun
really
in space, those guys should make a whole lot of money going through all those planets, picking up all the golds there.
Okay. How about there was actually a little bit more of a kind of a little deeper dive into some of the policy around gold in Leprechaun in the Hood. Did you see that film?
No, I think I missed that film, probably because it was too interesting for me to handle.
Okay. Leprechaun Back to the Hood, which kind of covered some issues that they didn't cover in the previous film.
No, I wasn't a bachelor for 41 years, so I don't understand that kind of stuff.
Understood. And just a couple more. I think it's important to always get a good digest of things that are out there. Leprechaun Origins.
I'm sorry?
Leprechaun Origins.
Leprechaun Origins. Didn't they come from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
It's one of those I didn't get to see either, so I was kind of curious about it. And I think there was, what capped off the series of films was Leprechaun Returns. And I think it brought to us a lot of lessons about the dangers of withdrawing gold from certain people. Want to make sure that you were able to view that before you worked on this study.
Well, you know something about leprechauns. They are extremely industrious. As a matter of fact, I've never known a leprechaun to lose any gold. However, in the midst of things, they knew exactly where it went when it wasn't in their possession, but it wasn't in their possession anymore.
Well, Mr. Dorazio, I certainly appreciate the depth of your research you did before bringing this bill to the House floor, and I look forward to voting for it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, I've moved passage.